how often do women ask men out, percentage-wise? Would you guess?
At the end of the day, probably maybe 10%. If that.
-4%?
Negative. Women do not do that.
That's absolutely
no, it's not.
true.
I've had women ask me out. Like I met a woman.
Now.
You know what? No, you're right. Women have had to start asking guys out because when guys ask women out, they get hit with harassment suits and things of that nature.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a spectrum there. Okay, like I live in South Beach. Okay. I'm in the bars. I'm in the clubs. Anyone who knows me in Miami knows I'm out there. And I'm very respectful, and I like banter. And hey, ladies, how we doing? And it's in a very gentlemanly fashion.
Right.
If you come correct, there's no lawsuits coming your way.
But
if you're a creep. And women got a creep radar.
Yes.
Like, you know how like there's gaydar or whatever? Gay guys got that. I don't know about that. But women have a creep radar. And they'll be like, this guy's fucking creepy, okay?
But it depends on how attractive he is.
Thank you, because I was just gonna say, he fucking ugly.
There you go. Okay. And that's really what this is.
It's an excuse. You're harassing me. That means you ugly.
Right. I'm not attracted to you. It's interesting. Type. I don't know what the percentages are, but they say the worst doctors are the best people. As far as malpractice lawsuits are concerned, the doctors that get sued the most for malpractice are doctors who have terrible bedside manner. They're just assholes. They could be the world's greatest thoracic surgeon, but if he's an asshole, he's more susceptible to a lawsuit. Well, it's the same thing with unattractive guys. You can have two men walk up to the same woman using identical lines and all this other kind of stuff. The guy who's not attractive enough is going to be looked at as a creep. The guy who's attractive, isn't that sweet? He's stammering, and it's literally the same thing. Hey, I noticed you from across the room, and I was wondering if I could get your number. If you're Adam Sosnick, then she's like, oh, how sweet, blah, 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 blah.
My man.
Yeah, but if you're like Donovan Sharp 5 years ago, she's like, 911.
Well, here's a question for you, Donovan, and ladies. I know you're chomping at the bit. I got you. Question for you. You know the 1 through 10 scale. Everybody knows about this,
sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Would you say that guys know their score?
I think that men generally undervalue themselves and women overvalue themselves.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because there's no such thing as a plus-size male model, right? And there shouldn't be. I'm not trying to buy draws if I see a dude my size wearing those draws. You understand what I'm saying? But by the same token, women are taught to feel good about themselves no matter what. Like Janita. Fantastic figure. We have women who are literally 4 times Janita's size, like, I don't know, maybe Lizzo, and every time she takes a bikini picture, Lizzo smolders the internet with a red hot. Well, of course, if Lizzo gets that kind of pub, then of course the average rank and file girl who's probably a 5 thinks she's a 7.
Yeah, I don't know any guy, realistically, who's not making that much money, out of shape, doesn't have that much game. If I said, what's your score? I'm a 10, bro. No, he's like, look, dude, maybe on a best day I'm a 7, but I really need to improve. Guys kind of have a little more awareness. I watch Fresh and Fit. I'm sure you guys do. My
absolutely.
guys, Myron and Fresh. And they have girls go around the table, and they're all 10s.
Yes,
somehow they're all 10s.
I'm a 15.
Nigga. Right. It's okay. So do you think that women are sort of have an inflated sense of self because of the feminine indoctrination and the boss babe thing and go get it, girl? Like, do women know? All right, I'm probably a funny 7, but I'm gonna call myself a 10.
How we rating these women? Because who made this scale and what is it based on? So you got to give me some context.
Okay, so what is Lizzo?
What is she?
I'm asking you. What's Lizzo's score?
Lizzo is a 10.
Give me context. Or based on what? Just
on
her looks?
Me looking at Lizzo.
Oh, just looks.
Yes, that's exactly what we're talking about.
She has a decent
just looks.
face.
Okay. So what's her score? What's Lizzo's score?
She said that she's a DF, decent face.
I need a number.
Come
and
on, Janita,
you can use
it.
Decimals.
Well, since she's pretty in the face.
Yeah, and thick in the waist.
Adam, you
that's a little more than thick. I
need a number, not a conversation.
Fuck. 4.5.
Oh.
4.5. Okay.
On the Richter scale.
On the Richter. What would you say that Lizzo is?
In terms of attractiveness?
Yeah.
She's a 1. She's
a 1.
Oh,
okay.
I think you're going too far.
Right.
Well, I mean, listen, say what you want, but you ask all the men around the world, very few of them would actually have relations with Lizzo if they had better options.
Yeah.
That's how you rate someone.
Half the men around the world don't have better options.
Let me get a score from Devin, and then I'm going to get to my point here. Go ahead. What's Lizzo?
Oh, a 2.
She's a 2.
Yeah.
Okay, pull up a picture of Lizzo, because we're just talking about Lizzo right now, okay? By the way, we're kind of going off the deep end on Lizzo, but this is an example of like you struggled to even give Lizzo a score, and I get it. You don't want to, get canceled and ruffle some feathers. You probably bought Lizzo's latest album. I get it.
Yeah,
I like her music too,
and I'm good with that, man. Okay, but we have to really.
Yeah. Okay, so let's Lizzo. Boom. Lizzo. Images. Let's go.
Oh my God.
All right, Lizzo. Okay, go to the one in the green.
Oh, okay, that one.
Okay, that is a very big girl, and yes, I do think that she is pretty in the face. So she'll give her a couple points for that. But you can't tell me that the body's attractive. You just can't.
Her face would be prettier.
Somebody like that, okay? Somebody likes that. There are chubby chasers around the world.
You're right.
She's
yes,
talented.
but
she is awesome. I don't
no
know
doubt.
her, but she's a wonderful person.
Okay, how about this?
I'm sure she is.
How about this?
Her, like,
in terms of money, muscles, game, right? For men, money, she's 10, right? Game. She's got some swag.
She's got swag.
10.
Yes.
10. But when it comes to quote unquote muscles or looks, we'll just substitute looks. She's not a 10 guy.
Well, we're measuring her on masculine
Yes.
on masculine metrics. Men who have options, we're not worried about a woman's money. Okay, we're worried: is she submissive? Is she obedient? Is she docile? Is she a team player? Is she attractive? She made more money this week than I'll make in my entire life. That does not one bit of good for her on the sexual marketplace, and Lizzo knows it. As a matter of fact, I think, and it's funny, Lizzo hides her pain in plain sight. She wants everybody to think that we think. But she wants everyone to think that we think that she thinks she's attractive.
So we're psychologists now.
Well, it doesn't take a psychologist to see that Lizzo
That's
is.
your opinion.
And by the way, I like her music.
I mean, you can
Kelly, real quick, pull up Sports Illustrated cover.
Oh boy.
And then next to that, Bert Kreischer. Kreischer. Okay?
I love Bert.
Pull that. Okay, and hit images.
This guy is awesome.
All right. Here's the male version of
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Okay. Scroll down, because I think they
He's actually in shape compared to
Forbes.
Lizzo.
Go to that Forbes article. Boom. America's billionaire comedian. That's not real. He's a 240.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't see his gut there. Go to that.
He does all of his shows with his shirt on.
As a man, I could tell you Bert ain't that hot. Hilarious. He's got money, but he don't exactly have the muscles and the looks. We can say that as men, and we're not going to get upset. Ladies, what number is Bert? You don't know what he's talking. You don't know how much money he's got in his bank account. You don't know his jokes. You don't know if he's famous or not famous.
This is a loaded question.
What's
she
his
likes
number?
funny guys.
Okay, what's his number though? Physically.
Yes.
Yes.
Can I subtract from it?
But give us a number. Give us a number.
Oh my God.
-2.
So he's not attractive.
Oh my God.
Devin?
A 3.
He's a 3. Kelly?
I'm not rating anybody.
You're not going to give anyone a
here we
score.
go.
I'm not rating someone.
She called
for
Lizzo
their
a
looks.
6.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you.
I did not.
She did not.
Give
No,
Okay.
she didn't.
Here we go. And I respect that you don't want to give a score, but I need an answer to this next question.
Okay.
Why won't you give a score?
Because I really believe in getting to know a person. A person can become infinitely more attractive or less attractive based on my interaction with them.
That is true.
There is a emotional thing, an intelligent connection. It doesn't even matter, money, gain, whatever that stuff is. My interaction with you, I like you a million times better having gotten to know you, right?
That's extremely true.
And by the way, what she's saying
sorry.
is absolutely right, and it usually is more the case for women. Because they might see a guy and they're like,
Happens
I'm
all
not
the time.
sure. And then they get to know him and he's kind of funny and, endearing and charming. And who they thought was a 5, he's actually an 8.
That's
and
right.
guys, we get it. No one's an exact score. I'll give you an example. Again, I live in South Beach. I'm in the nightlife.
Oh, yeah.
I see models galore. I might see someone who's, that girl is a 10. And then I speak with her and I'm like, she is the worst human ever.
Oh, yes. That's the way a lot are.
She's still a 10 physically, but she's a horrible 10.
Right.
There's a difference.
Yes, and men, we have the ability to compartmentalize our sexual attention from our regular attention.
Correct.
I've had sex with so many girls I literally cannot stand. That's just how we are. No, and it's funny, you hear a reaction, she's like, ew. It's not impossible, but women don't want to have sex with guys they don't like. A guy could look like Shamar Moore and Idris Elba's love child. If he acts like Jaleel White or Steve Urkel, you guys are uninterested in.
Yes.
He can get it.
Oh, well, see that? You see that?
I'm shallow.
Well,
I'm attracted to looks.
I'll tell you this. Well, that's good because I'll tell you this. There's no amount of conversational skill or human development that's going to make Lizzo attractive to me. Mm-hmm. She could be the world's most altruistic human. Mm-hmm. She can have, she could give to. I mean, I'm sure she does philanthropic things around the world. Mm-hmm. That's what, and I will applaud her for that. I'm not trying to stick my dick in her, and I don't think anybody is.
Yeah, the SMV scale for men is just basically the boner test.
What is this? The SMV?
The SMV, the sexual market value, which is basically what the 1 through 10 scale is.
Yes.
Is she hot or not type of thing.
The boner test.
Yes, it's just the boner test. Basically,
that's
for most
the scientific
guys,
understanding. The boner test.
For most guys, anything over a 5 is passes.
Yeah.
And then, but of course, there's going to be objective things that affect that rating. I believe what she's speaking about is like your relationship market value. Now, once you get to know somebody, do you want to continue interacting with them? Do you want to have a relationship with them?
That's right.
That goes beyond just bedroom fun.
Okay.
So of course, women, when we think of rating people, we think of things on a more feelings and emotion and relationship level. Guys tend to just focus on the SMV side of things, so it's going to seem more shallow. But
isn't it more fun if you have an emotional connection with that person? Though,
absolutely.
Isn't sex way better?
No, it doesn't matter.
That you
doesn't matter.
Men and women are different.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
When it comes to that, I agree with that.
Yeah, like if I'm having sex with a woman, I'm not thinking to myself, oh my god, our emotional connection is so. No,
well, we ain't thinking that shit
either. You're not thinking that, but like having that trust in that person, or have it like you know them, you trust them, you know that they actually care about you. Doesn't that make it better for you?
It does not make it better, and that is a female characteristic. This is why men have one night stands, and we don't think twice about it because we're like, hey, you know what? I couldn't stand the chick, but hey, you know what? She gave great head, so more power to you.